Wagwan Delilah, know I'm late because there's bear traffic. I just showed my dog your gram. He said he knows a man that slapped it. I'm so cheesed.
Fuck.
Your Mademoiselle nights are geeked. I'm bent Loki.
Hey, yo, what's up, people? We're back. We got another podcast for you. It's for League of Legends. It's Midnight on the Rift. How y'all fucking doing?
Vibing, chilling,
We
feeling
just won
swaggy.
the,
You know how it is.
Nice.
Fantastic as always.
we
Feeling
just won the
fantastic?
Ram. I'm
Yeah.
fucking
Like an
fantastic.
American classic, honestly.
No, okay.
That's my favorite.
No music.
That's my favorite League song.
No music. No, please.
Heck yeah. So we got the same crew as always. We got Josh here. We got Callum in that corner. We got Rylan up here. And we got Lucas down there.
But you just pointed in three different directions that no one is at, Josh, on my side.
Well, your compass needs to
Yeah, well,
be
your
synced
side's
up.
wrong.
It's kind of
dumbass.
you have like one of the Minecraft compasses, so I was just pointing to your bed the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude, can we push our Minecraft beds together?
Oh shit. Are we allowed to do that?
No,
Oh
I don't know
God.
anything about Minecraft. Please help me.
Nope.
I'll have to ask
I'm
my
like
mom.
eating this
I can
fucking
tell you
wire
one thing
right now.
about
I don't like
Minecraft.
this.
I can tell you something about Minecraft. You ready? Chicken jockey.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it the second.
Steve's
said
love
it.
a chicken.
When is Steve getting added to League of Legends?
Bro,
When is Steve getting out of his Smash Brothers? Oh wait,
bro.
he's already ruined the game.
Yeah, it's true.
He really
It's
is.
true.
It's actually kind of hilarious how much he's ruined the game. But, oh yeah.
You know
So-
what never has anything that has game-breaking ruining patches? League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, to be fair, I think right now it feels okay. In the two ARAMs that I played earlier today, it didn't seem like there was any.
in the two ARAMs I've played over the course of the past 4 weeks.
There was no
it feels pretty
problems
good,
there,
yeah.
except for my dumbass fucking Mordekaiser pulling in the enemy team constantly and just getting hard shit on. But besides that,
Fucking Christ, bro. I was having a panic attack. I mean, game-breaking patches. I know League's definitely had some very bad patches that have like actually like like
Well, there's
made
that one
certain-
patch.
There's that one patch
where
they added
Xerath
Yumi.
could just. Well, there's the one patch where Xerath could hit everyone on the map for a while. There was the
Yeah,
there
but
was
like
the infinite
okay,
there was the infinite Bork procking patch where you could just one shot people with Bork for a while.
there was the
But, like,
Galio scaling
I-
shit where you could one shot people with his Q.
there was also the one that Karthus could ult on like multiple like just off cooldown. But I feel like
Yeah.
there's like a lot of those ones get hot patched like right away. Like
Yeah.
it's never like the entire. It's not like a character was broken an entire patch thing. Now like obviously there have been characters that have been like super strong and like but I don't know if there'd be like truly discussed like truly
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, that
like,
Xerath,
not that I can think of off the top
Okay.
of my head.
the Xerath one you were talking about was kind of funny though, because I think that was just in the game for a long time, and the dude that abused that, he got like 11 or 12 rank games out before he finally got banned. So he was able to actually get through a ton
he
of
did it
those.
for a while.
Just crazy.
See that's the one thing I will say. The second people get like bad like it does like it happens a lot in like rank games. Riot's pretty quick on it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know actually even I don't know if it was like recently, but I know now in like rank games they will go back and be like, hey, we saw that there was a cheater in your game, so here's LP back, or or they will retroactively take LP, I think, if you
Yeah.
were-
Hey, you were on a team that won because they cheated, so give me your LP.
I think it's only if you were in multiple games with them.
That would make
Okay.
sense, yeah.
So
It looks like if you're queuing with them or something.
either queuing with them or like I guess sadly if it sucks that you just happen to keep getting queued with them. But
Man,
it is one of those
yeah.
things where it's
If only
like
the client had a way of
I
keeping
mean-
track of if you were in the actual fucking lobby with them or you were the party.
I mean I
but
yeah, I think they do technically. Again, I don't know the exact backgrounds of how they do the one where it's
Yeah, we're talking
Where they,
about
like-
stuff that the client is tracking. You think that the client can do anything?
yeah.
You think it even can start a goddamn game?
No,
how
dude.
many times did
No.
we have to restart our lobby today to get into a fucking ARAM lobby? I had to restart my entire
I
client.
mean,
Just
I was
hear
gonna,
me
I was
out.
gonna
All
say,
I
realistically, it was actually more so you just needed to restart your client because something was wrong with it. But yeah, no.
I've been saying for years, make League like Valorant. Make it just a full screen application, and then you don't have to worry about having a shitty client.
Yeah,
That doesn't work half the time. Like,
Well, also,
just make it a full
you
screen
can't.
application.
what's up, Lucas?
I mean that yeah, it works. Yes, you do. It would just be in the full. It would just be in the full screen application.
They can't figure that out. They can't get a working client. That's asking too much of them.
Well, I'm asking them to not have a client. I'm asking them just
I
to make
know.
a full screen game application for League.
Also, ever since they did the first update to the client, it has rapidly gone downhill.
Well,
It's
It
been
is-
going
it is-
downhill.
it is
It's
an
been
old
going
folks'
downhill
home.
since the game came out in 2009. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you here.
one of the more annoying things to do with the client was they got rid of the ability for you to keep the client open while you're in game. Now it always closes the client when you go into a game, so it just takes even
Mine stays
fucking
open.
longer to go. What?
I was gonna,
Mine also stays
Yeah,
open.
mine stays open.
Well, mine doesn't stay
Yeah,
open the
part of
right
your
way
problem,
then,
Josh.
because mine just doesn't.
there's a checkbox that you can check that says close during games.
Does it?
But, yeah.
I feel like
That's
mine
better
like doesn't
for
do it right
your
though. I don't
performance,
know.
Supposedly.
I thought they got rid of that.
Mine
All
works
right.
fine with that, but
Well,
I mean,
I mean-
we could sit here for hours and talk about how bad the League client is because it's dog shit. But
Hey, at least they got rid of the thing where there was at some point in time, I believe, where they had it to where everyone in the lobby was sharing connection. So if one person had the super potato, everyone else's computer was like throttling itself, trying to help them catch up, even
That's
though it's just
really
a
funny.
bandwidth issue. I think they got rid of that in, like season 2, but
nah, you
it's
know.
like, but this is not a LAN party. I cannot be trying to support some dude who's basically in like a trailer park that's stealing like 3 neighbors'
bro, don't shame the hamster wheel.
No,
Don't
no,
shame
no,
the
no.
hamster wheel
Wrong.
guy, man.
I
He's
Wrong,
trying.
wrong. I'm annoyed because they got rid years ago of the ability to see everyone individual loading progress in the screen, so you could
That's true.
see the
Let me know who to
motherfucker
flame.
that had a hamster, and everyone in the game would come together and flame that guy. It was a bonding experience, and you took it away, Riot. How could you?
It's true. They did.
True. It would also like be a green light for the jungler, at least like my friends who were jungling.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Hey, yeah, the guy who had the hamster, we're gonna go camp his lane. I'm like, man, that guy's gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, well, nowadays you just get those third-party programs and shit, and it'll give people like
Yeah.
titles, and it'll be like dies to ganks a lot and shit like that. And you're like, oh, I know who to fucking camp now. So
Mine just says dies. Just
Yeah.
dies.
like big red letters.
Actually, I
Guys
think I'm
will
pretty,
run
sure
it
it's,
down.
I'm pretty sure it says ints, and also you have the should avoid as one of your titles.
yeah,
Avoid his teammate.
yeah.
Fuck, man, I've been trying for years, but you keep joining.
AP Jin main.
Not even, dude. We're not even getting into it. But that fucking terror game you played earlier, that actually hurt my brain. I had to walk away from my computer. I had to walk away from my computer and reset my brain. No, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's pull it up. Let's pull up the match history on it because the match history doesn't even show all of it.
It was
Let me see
it was a
this here.
special experience. I'll say that much.
I got so triggered. I'm not even pulling out the match history. So you started off by going AD on hit Tarek, which is a thing you can do, but you forgot to change your runes, so you had tank runes. And then no, you don't get to talk. And then you bought the first item you bought was Naviri Quickblade, which is like sure, I guess. But then I called you out for being AD, so you swapped to full tank. You went full MR in a 5 ADC lobby. Like I actually don't understand, man. It hurts my brain sometimes.
Hey, I bought a Warmogs. There was
No,
some
you did
HP
not.
in there.
You did not buy
Did I have
Warmogs.
Warmogs?
No.
I
You
had
had you had Abyssal Mask, which lowers enemies MR and gives you MR. We had AD. They had AD. You bought like the actual worst possible tank item you could have bought in the situation. After buying shitty AD items on wrong runes, but you know, I digress.
Yeah,
So
and I
that
wish that
cinematic
I wish
guys, eh?
Lucas died less, but here we are. Fucking inting his ass off again.
Fucking Christ, man.
You're welcome. Hey, you
Yeah,
know
the new
what?
cinematic was fucking sick though.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
dude.
the cinematic.
Nah, you didn't
You
watch.
got one job before this week's episode.
I played League instead.
That's not the job you had though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
took the job and he threw it out the goddamn window.
It's like me going to work and they said, "Well, I told you to cook a steak," and I went, "Well, I went to the bathroom." Same thing, right?
Yeah, bro.
But man, do I love getting okay, just as an aside, that's nothing to do with League, but man, I love open on company time.
Oh, it's so great, dude. I mean, you don't have this
Oh,
luxury,
man.
but like I will go to like the best bathroom in the building and then I will take a shit.
We have two.
Yeah,
I
you
have-
also curl up like a hobgoblin on
I go up
multiple
into-
office chairs and take a nap.
I go into I do that. That's pretty nice. I did that today. It was great. Yeah, I'll just go to different floors for that shit. No, but yeah, cinematic was fucking cool. We got fucking
Yeah.
Spirit Blossom is the new thing they're going this season, which is weird because it's not Spirit. It's not like alternate universe Spirit Blossom. This is like actual in universe stuff. It's just like a Spirit Blossom festival that it is, which that I didn't
Well,
realize was gonna be.
It's always so the Spirit Blossom like lore shit's always kind of weird because like there in the actual lore of League of Legends there is a Spirit Blossom like alternate like afterlife kind of thing, and you see it a lot more in Yone's
In his like trailer or whatever.
Yone's
Well, I mean-
like cinematic trailer when it first came out.
They kind of had it in this trailer too. At the very beginning and the end, the new champion was like in the alternate thing, and then you see her like drop the flower into the water, and then it, like switches to the other dimensions, like the normal world or
Yeah.
whatever. So like they had it alluded to in there.
Yeah, and I know also there's like the there's the Yone one and then also the other Yone one technically, but it was the much more like Yasuo kind of heavily flavored Spirit Blossom
Yeah.
stuff. But I League lore's got, I mean, it continues to always be weird as just years of, adding characters and changing stories
And recanonizing shit. Yeah.
yeah, different. So it's like I know with I mean, my favorite weird thing is at the end of it's what it's called, the kin of the stained blade, the Spirit Blossom 2020 cinematic. The end of that essentially is the beginning of the Ruined King game, but the Ruined King game isn't actually really canon. So it's like I don't know what's canon anymore.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for Necro to tell me what's canon, honestly.
yeah.
And even then, he'll probably be wrong.
Unless it's about
Necro
Mordekaiser,
can never be wrong.
then he'll line you up on what's up.
I will say though, my favorite part of the cinematic was when I think it's supposed to be a Nidalee skin, but when it's like the purple background and the Nidalee's running through and it's like uncovering the pink behind it. I like that part a
Yeah.
lot.
That's
I'll
cool.
tell you right now, I'm watching it right now. There's way too much purple for my ass.
Yeah, it was.
I don't like this amount of purple.
Dude, that was a
a lot of purple.
Brother, don't look. Whatever you do, don't fucking look behind you, dog.
I know.
That part was cool. I did like the part directly after that in the trailer where there's another Lux skin, baby. Woo!
No,
We've been
where's
waiting
my
for
Yorick
it.
skin?
I've been saying Lux need more skins. Honestly,
I
she only
want
has
Spirit
a lot.
Blossom Yorick.
Spirit Blossom Yorick exists.
Does it?
Yes.
It doesn't. Oh, I didn't know that.
No, it doesn't. What?
I don't know if it does, but
Bro, I have. There's so many skins that come out over the last few years.
it actually does
Oh my
exist.
God, it does exist.
Holy shit, bro.
No. There's been
I'm
so
used
many
to you
damn
not knowing
skins
shit,
in the
like,
last
come on, bruh.
fucking, I don't know, 5 years. I swear they like quadrupled the amount of skins, so it's impossible to keep track these days.
I mean, yeah. Unless
Also-
you actually watch the patch updates and fucking look at every single patch, you'll never know what all the skins are.
Wasn't there like a 2.5 year long like meme of just Yorick didn't get really like any skins?
Yeah,
at all?
I think he has the longest time between getting. I think it was like 1,000 days between his like
That was Skarner.
skin he got when he first came out and then his second skin. No, it was
I think it was
Yorick.
like-
Yorick
was
was
it-
for
it
the
was like-
longest time.
And
Didn't have
York
any
raised us
skins.
too, because they literally
Yeah.
didn't even patch him for fucking years, because they're like,
Nope.
we don't know what to do with him, so we're just gonna leave him kind of where he is.
Mundo is the longest. He has gone 1,693 days.
Okay. Well, I know York still had a long period between his he got his skin on release and then did not get a skin for a very long time.
Yeah, he got Pentakill Yorick and it was like Arc like Yorick, and I remember that came out. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I think
That's
Arclight
been
is
a hot
the
minute.
one he got after. No, Undertaker was his first, and then he didn't get any skins for a while, and then it was Pentakill and Arclight, I believe.
That sounds right. You probably got Arclight around the same time. Well, no, I was gonna
Oh,
say
wait,
the same time as
no,
Varus,
wait.
but that was not back when they did that, because back in the day they actually
Wait.
were kind of trying to be unique with the skins and not give like 17 of the same skin. out at
Oh,
once.
sorry. That was wait. That was my bad. No, the York is actually the longest one. That was old news. That's the current time.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Two skins. It was two. at the time of this Reddit post, it was 2,035 days since we were. But that was
Damn.
mostly because they were waiting. They were waiting to.
His rework.
That was because he had like rework like shit like kept.
Yes,
getting,
he
like,
did have but I mean, yeah.
He's
But
had there
it's
for 5 years.
and then you
I mean,
have people like Annie who have like 25 million skins.
I think a big part of a lot of these skins and the reason that like they characters. I mean, obviously a big part is just hey, how much money do we make when we throw out this character skin?
Exactly.
Oh, we make actually triple the amount of money than we would if we released a different character skin. It's also just like, I don't know, like, can we make a cool skin in this theme for a character? If so, then they probably will. And then like sometimes it's also sadly just like, oh yeah, we released this skin that everyone was asking for and everyone thought it looked cool and then no one bought it.
Mhm.
Way she goes sometimes.
And then there's
How
times where they gaslight the community and they make something like Baker Pantheon and then nobody buys the skin. They're like, guys, you wanted it for years. It's like, not really. It was just a meme. You guys apparently wanted it. You put the meme in the game and then you made the skin and then you're mad that nobody bought the skin. Like that ain't it.
Baker, I don't know, man. Baker Pantheon people definitely were like real hype when it was announced, and then yeah, no one really bought it. I have it because I have a lot of
I think
Pantheon.
I have it as well.
I don't know.
I have
I
too
know,
many
I know.
skins.
I don't like joke skins, I'll be honest. I barely ever buy them.
No?
I very much
Yeah.
dislike joke skins. Like all the Meow skins, Meowkai, Meowrick, which is Meowrick was probably the skin after the long gap, I would assume. But yeah, I don't.
No, no, it was
I like
it
the
was
joke
Arclight.
The only like joke skin that I like is Astronautilus because it's like it looks pretty good and it's not super duper jokey.
I mean, is that really a joke skin though? Like,
It's
I
like
feel
a-
like
it's like middle of the road.
I wouldn't.
It's a theme skin.
I wouldn't consider it a joke skin. I when it comes to like puns on names and shit like that, I think the only joke skins would be like the like definitely not skins and like the April Fool skins a lot of the time.
yeah.
The definitely not ones are
Like,
just
I-
not good anymore. They just look
I
like
mean,
nothing.
yeah.
I mean, I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they're meant to look good. It's
That's
a
so
joke
bad.
skin. It's a meme. It's like
Yeah.
Draven doesn't look great, but it doesn't need
It's
to
like
look
Reindeer
good.
Kog'Maw.
It's
No,
just,
Draven
it's
just
Draven wearing a
sucks.
Draven
No,
mask.
that one's awful. That's
Nah,
the
bro,
worst
that's
skin in the
a
game.
sick skin. I don't give a fuck.
I love Draven.
It's all because
Draven's funny.
it's all because of it's because they fucked us out of Earth that year. They're like, oh, let's do the stupid Draven event instead of doing Earth that year. And it's like, no.
What do you don't even play Earth?
Not
what
anymore.
Are you talking about?
Back in the day,
People
though,
do
that
not
was
like
back
that.
when back when Earth was good because they didn't do random Earth, and it actually was kind of fun to play.
Hey, we had a non-random Earth recently, and you still didn't want to play.
Yeah,
it.
because
we
now
had
they've
a-
like
we had a-
fake balanced it, and it's like not good balance, so it just doesn't feel good to play anymore.
It just
yeah.
shouldn't, like, it's also Earth. The games are like 7 minutes.
I love it. Earth is so fun to me.
It's too
I
snowballing.
love that
Also,
shit.
just the way people play these days is not fun
I
anymore
was gonna
because
say-
people just
I was
like,
gonna say-
I start doing I'm just gonna split push for the rest of the game, and you don't get to do actual fights. Back in the day, people would just
Yeah.
run around and fight the entire game. The game would go on for like 30 minutes, and no one would try to
It
win.
was effectively ARAM. Let's be real.
were
It
just
was
fighting,
effectively
and people
ARAM
wanted to
or
fight, and now
Mosh
people,
Pit
like, don't wanna
Dragon
fight.
Pit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man. I mean,
yeah.
gamers just want optimality at this point in their gaming. Whenever they play, it's
In battle.
it's tough to
passes.
find out for a fun game mode.
So there's a lot of stuff compiling as to why I'm not a fan of Earth anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, moving from skin talk,
no,
DSG
we're not.
finally won. What? We're not done.
We're never done with skin talk. Well, we'll come back to
Yeah.
it, I'm sure.
Yeah. DSG won their first game, and I'm just calling it NALCS because I can't be fucked to remember Latin North whatever. Fuck. Yeah, DSG won their first game.
Yeah, you know what though? Toast is apparently depressed as fuck right now, regardless of that. Did you see that stuff pop up?
No.
I mean, I know Disguised Toast is. I mean, I know there's been a lot of stuff with OKT, not OKT,
OTK?
OTV.
OTK, offline TV.
The
I
One
don't
True
know
King.
what's-
Oh, OTV. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, those two very different streamer groups.
yeah, but it's fucking something. Anyways,
No, he his team was doing poorly or whatever, and apparently it's just like it's not just that they're doing poorly in the league, is that nobody gives a fuck about them because they're just like the players themselves are just super fucking boring. So they like aren't able to get any good following for people wanting to watch them. So that part's just not doing well. Like I said, they're not doing well in the league, and apparently Toast like left all of his group chats that have anything to do with that, and like they can only be contacted by like DMs, is what Scar was saying. So
Yeah.
he's in a spot right now, so not great.
Well, realistically, I feel like being an owner of a league team is probably the worst way you could be involved in League of Legends, because you have all the responsibility, all the monetary responsibility, and then if it's bad, it's literally just like it is just hey, all this time and money you've spent to work on it. Yeah. I mean, I know people have said many times that like there's no way, like if you're running an esports team, not even just a league team, but an esports team in general, it's like there is no way you're going to do anything but lose money on it. Like it's not a thing you go into for money or like because you want to make a profit or run a business. You have to do it with a passion. And sometimes when it doesn't work out, it just burns you out.
Wasn't there the whole thing with the Golden Guardians when they first got made, and everyone was like, "Why has this been made?" And somebody broke down the math of because of like the way that royalties and like icons and everything work. If you can just get fans to like buy icons and like have a semi-consistent like fan base from just having memers, you can basically break even or make money off of it. I've heard the opposite. So only league, only for league, because like it was when Bjergsen's like net worth from his ownership of TSM came out. There was that whole thing of like, oh, he has a ton of money, and his money just kept going up and up and up and up, right? So
yeah, but that's different. That's not just like that's. I mean, he's also doing business stuff on his own and gets his own revenue from his streams and stuff. Like that's not purely from League of Legends. Like, and obviously players have a different like route they can take than just owners, because players can get their own sponsors if like contracts allow that, or like if they're streaming, they have a revenue stream coming in from streaming and all that shit. Like, but like strictly like. The people who pay for league teams are not making money. Like it's just you're never going to, because it's so expensive just to get in the door. Then you have all the overhead costs, you have to pay your entire teams. Like yes, you have sponsors that come in and help with that, but you're not going to be making money playing a league team. Like that's not why. The people who make money on league teams are the sponsors who pay.
And because of just how league works, it's in LA. So it's just stupidly expensive to have any buildings or anything in that area. If people have been saying for years, like, why don't they move the NA scene to fucking Chicago where the servers are? So then you don't have servers being fucky, and it's way fucking cheaper than LA. It's like, we don't like the weather. It's like, yeah, why do you give a fuck about the weather? You're a gamer. You don't leave your fucking house. Who gives a shit?
Well, I mean, you do still have to live in the area. So if people don't want to live not in Chicago, that's understandable. It is shitty weather in comparison to California.
Okay, well, you literally have to pay like triple, but okay, whatever.
I mean, also the servers being in Chicago don't really fucking matter.
They play on their own realm servers with zero ping.
Well, yeah,
pretty sure
they
for
do,
tournaments.
but it's not for that though. For solo queue and shit like that, it's so they can actually have good practice in solo queue and have better ping themselves. Which is the thing they always complain about, solo queue being shit. So. Things that can help.
I mean, what do they get ping wise? Like, what are they really complaining about? Because like I get 40 ping from the server here and I'm on the Chicago server. Yeah. Like I don't think they're
probably getting like 70 or something like that, and they're like they know the difference. If it's 0 compared to fucking 30, they can tell the difference.
Comparatively 0 to you're never gonna have the same feeling of being on 0 ping, regardless of how close to a server you are, because you'll still have like 20-30 ping or something.
Yeah.
Sure, but it makes a difference.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't make a difference. I don't know if it's worth, because I mean, like realistically, probably a lot of the companies that are running these esports teams already had stuff in LA. Because that's where a lot of things are already. So they'd have to pay money to move everything out of LA to wherever they need to go, just for better servers. Like I doubt that's why they would do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still an option though.
Yeah.
They could also just live slightly outside of LA and just commute in. It'll be fine.
I don't think commuting in LA is really a thing that people want to do.
Ever. Yeah, commuting in LA sounds fucking horrible.
I mean, I'm sure the house prices rapidly drop.
Yeah, but you're also then you have to drive 3 hours to get into the city.
Yeah,
because the traffic is fucking insane. Because everybody lives in California.
You know what? If I'm making like 300K a year doing that, I'll drive for 3 hours to go commute.
That's 6 hours a day out of your day. That's fucked.
I'll do it for 300. I mean, I'll sell my soul for some.
Well, you're not them, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're not them.
Also, I mean, a big part of also the reason it's still in LA and it's never going to not leave LA is Riot Games' headquarters is in LA. The Riot Games arena is literally right across the street from their headquarters. They're not going to move it. That's just the way she goes. Also, I mean, it is a lot of work to move an entire industry, especially when everyone is already in there, to another area. Like you're not like it's. she ain't moving, and that's just the way she goes.
Or just, I mean, the work around that is just make a server in LA instead of moving everything to Chicago. You just,
I mean,
give LA a
the
server.
the thing is it used to be, I think it used to be in
It wasn't.
Pasadena or something.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't
that. I
West
can't
Coast.
remember. It was
Back in the day.
It was in the West Coast, but the reason they moved it to Chicago was that you got much more of all of North America.
Yeah, I mean, like they could just specifically build an LA server for the professional scene that's there. Like, I don't see that as a.
I mean, they tried doing stuff like that before, but sadly, a lot of pro players just proved time and time again that they didn't want to really work on doing a lot of that stuff. Like that's the other thing. It's like the professional servers they've had like times to do stuff and they just don't really want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's a bit, again, we've talked about it before. That's just on
It's just the culture, yeah.
the culture of a lot of
NA players want to have a life and free time, which is completely understandable, but unfortunately, you're not going to be the best if you do that, and that's all there is to it. So
It means like you have a you would have a chance of being the best doing that if everybody did that. But Korea's insane, and they're like, we're just gonna play League for 17 hours a day every day.
Yeah.
And that's why they are the best region.
well, they also have the infrastructure to do that because Korea is just so small. So their Korean server,
Mhm.
like the
Korea-
worst
I was gonna
ping
say-
you're going to get is like 20 if you're on like the far side of the country.
I
So
mean, sure, South Korea also just has some of the fastest internet in the world.
yeah, so
Yeah.
They just have like a lot more of that like you said, infrastructure.
Yeah.
in
Well,
just
esports has been
the-
big in South Korea for
I was
way
gonna say
before it was big around the rest of the world.
mhm.
Yeah, I was just
Mhm.
that's the other thing. It's like the way that Korea is just overall designed across like and mentality and things like that is just different.
Yeah.
Quite literally built different.
Literally. Where do we
Literally.
build different? It's fucking crazy.
Now, what do we bit different? Faker is so great.
Where do we fake
my
about
God, Faker, what was
Demon
that?
King?
Faker? What was that?
Waker.
I was dumped in a
Oh
daycare.
yeah. Oh, right. It was Santa Monica. That's kind of where Rad Game is near Santa Monica Beach.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Mhm.
Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away.
Let's go to NA. Let's lose worlds.
All right,
worlds.
Let's not go to NA.
Fellow pro watchers, has anything cool happened in the last week with professional?
Well, other than DSG winning, nothing that I really
The biggest upset. I mean, I don't watch much national or international stuff. I mostly just watch NA things. The biggest one is that C9 did beat FlyQuest this week, which was a pretty big upset
They did.
because FlyQuest is the best team in the region right now. And C9's like not bad, but they're just all right. So they weren't expecting them to get that win.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So now they're tied for first. So 5-1, baby.
C9
Which
fans,
is,
yeah.
Hell yeah, which is something that was not ready to expect, and like Joe said, big
Mhm.
surprise. I know NACL is going on right now. What is NACL again? Is that still
Challenger
is that
League.
Challenger League.
That's the Challenger League, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, now that they've got the
Chal-
different stuff, they can somehow sort of promote into the main league, but it's kind of weird. I don't follow how it works now.
I don't either, but I know fucking I don't know how well Lost Tennis are doing, but I just know every time I see a TikTok of fucking K-Drill just fucking watching it, like watching the streams, it is just, actually just some peak League of Legends bullshittery
Yeah.
happening. I watched
I
the
think they're
boss.
doing pretty good.
I think they're doing pretty good too. I watched the boss just like actually like run away from like 5 people as singed, like fucking flip people like over walls, and then like he's like running in the bushes and then emote dancing on them fucking
Damn right he
when
is.
they warping him, and I'm like, wow, what a
Dude, he's actually
guy.
cracked, man. He's actually cracked.
He's got the Singe mechanics down, man.
I'm so happy because I've been watching him for like years on YouTube.
That's creepy.
He was for the longest time was one of my favorite and probably only like YouTube content creator I watch just his videos, because he just does. It's just like it's one of those things where you watch him play and it's like it doesn't make sense that he's winning playing the way he is, but he actually just knows the game so well and understands like the value of money in that game and how to do stuff that he just wins. But anybody else tries those strategies and you're gonna fucking eat your ass off because you don't know what you're doing. Like he has actually perfected his own play style of League of Legends. And it was like the longest question for so long. Well, it's like, oh yeah, well that would never work in pro. Like that would never work in pro. Lo and behold, it's working in pro because people don't know how to fucking deal with it.
Well, they're not in pro though.
damage.
They're in like the league below pro, right?
I mean,
So-
it's
dude, it's a difference, man. There is a big difference.
There is
it
a big
is
difference, but it's not solo queue, is what everyone's saying.
Sure.
They're playing in a professional environment where it is actual teams with actual. So it may not be against the actual pro teams, but it's a pro environment, which is what everyone was saying. Is that this solo queue style would never work in a pro environment, but it's fucking working. Granted, their team is stacked, and they have like some. They have some insane players on their team to help make it work. But like, hey man, it's working. People thought it would get shut down immediately by people who have like actual team coordination, but it just doesn't.
I don't
That's
actually
the
know
singed
what.
effect, baby.
Nah, it's the Baus effect, brother.
Either. I don't know what. Where they're actually.
I think they've only dropped like 1 or 2 games in the season they're doing or whatever.
Where are they considered? NCL or NLC? NLC. What is
NFL?
NLC? NFL.
Yeah, Los Ratones is actually playing the New York Giants next week.
Shit, they'd still probably win.
Dude, imagine a sign all down the football field, dog. No one be able to stop that
Dude,
shit.
bro,
Shit, OP.
how are you gonna stop him?
And
It's
even after you
it literally
tackle him,
says
he just
unstoppable on
if
it.
you tackle him, he just gets back up and he continues to go, and then he punches the
Yeah,
fucking
and he just
goalpost.
charges.
And then-
He just
and then-
pulls an
and
axe
then
out.
you're
You're
like,
like, wait,
weird.
hold on a second.
Hold on, wait, pause.
Okay, guys, I want a football collab with League of Legends, but not like the fake football. I want the real football collab. All right.
Messi and fucking.
People have been calling him the Messi of League of Legends, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's not that. That's the fake football I was talking about, guys. I'm talking about the real American football. Get them in there. Get that
Yeah,
Scion
no.
skin.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are you just wanting a Scion?
Football's so boring to watch.
Are you
I
just
cannot
wanting a
stand watching
Scion ult
football.
where he just turns into a football and just runs you down? Is that what you're looking for, Josh?
No, I don't want
No?
that. If anything, it's
We're
when he
not-
would
that
eat somebody. his-
joke skin, and I hate joke skins.
If he did his
I do like
dubious
joke-
E and it'd throw the football that way.
I don't like jokes. No jokes.
I mean, I wouldn't
No,
get the skin. I don't get the soccer skins either, but you know, it'd be interesting to have it.
I don't even know if I have any real joke skins.
I'm sure you do.
I would actually love fucking more of the soccer skins. I actually really like those when those came out.
At some point, I
Yeah.
apparently got BMA.
Oh,
Hell
Liam. Liam,
I don't want that.
I'm pretty
Liam
sure,
gave it to
dude.
him.
I think Liam bought BMOF for like 5 different people at one point. I'm not. I don't think that's a fucking meme. I remember him giving out a lot of B skins at one point.
I think that it just checks if you have him on your friends list, and then whenever any mystery gift is done with you, it just has a upwards percentage chance to be a B skin.
That would make sense, yeah. Where's my B Smolder skin so I can go with his UB that he does and sits on my face the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
When's that happen?
Never.
Oh, fuck.
Get fucked, idiot.
Well, oh
I
well.
mean, the thing is, the bee skins kind of started as a joke because there was Beekeeper Singed, and I can't remember. Like that was like kind of a joke skin, but like at the same time, not exactly. They were just like, hey, what if the poison was actually bees running around behind Singed? And they were like, yeah, I got him. By the way, here we are back at Skin Talk. And then after that, it just turned into like BMO and then all the other fucking.
Yeah.
The Sin
the
skin
B
was
whatever
only
it was.
fucking troll if people like change their name based on it. That'd be fucking cringe.
That would be dumb.
If somebody
that
did
would
that.
be really dumb if they did that.
And they made their like whole name after that, and then like 2 days later decided
For like
this is
4
stupid and we
games.
can go
Not even,
back.
dude. It was like 3 games. I decided to be a Singe man. Then I was bored.
But like,
Yeah.
luckily no one's done that. So
No. When I say me, I'm talking hypothetically.
yeah, like the spiritual me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like the royal us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Us
kinda
could
how I felt
never
when I was
be
big at Trundle.
royal.
I used to try to play a lot of Trundle with old Trundle, and then I got bored very quickly.
Yeah,
I need to
you
play
never
multiple
stopped
champions. He really is a Trundle man. He just swapped the champion. It's crazy.
rolling.
What are you on?
But wildly
Yeah.
enough,
Hmm?
I was gonna say with me and Josh though, but he posts his little win percentage with friends. Sometimes I'm pretty good. More often than not, it's a positive.
Yeah, it's probably because he played one game with you, you won, and then he decided to not
Whoa,
play
whoa,
with you.
whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't. No. You can't use stats against me.
You're
just gotta
using
go on the
stats, so
roll.
I can use stats. No, you can't use stats and tell me not to use stats, you dumb fuck.
I'm
Yeah.
American. I'm allowed to abuse stats. You're not allowed to use stats against me.
Usually when I
You're
You're
diplomatic
living in our
immunity.
country. You're living in our country, so you can't use stats by those rules.
usually when I post those, there's like 2 people of our group that I've played like most of my games with, and then there's a few that I've had like 1 or 2 games with. And yeah, Lucas, you're always on that end of it.
Oh man.
Yep, it's anywhere from 1 to 3 games at most.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who loves Jin, I can't watch a League of Legends game logged into my account anymore. I've watched 440 games of League of Legends while signed into my Riot account.
No, you got 444.
Damn.
You still need 4 more games, and then you're good.
Oh shit, I need 4 more games.
Technically, you need 4,004 more games to get 4-4s. So
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you got work to do,
you have
brother.
plenty of time, dude.
You gotta get
Yeah.
grinding, brother.
I gotta go back to when I was up. There's so many nights I remember where like fucking we'd be playing games late at night. I'd get a notification that was just like, "Hey, LCK starting," and I was like,
Well,
"Yeah, it is."
I guess it is 4 a.m. Better get started on my LCK games.
I would literally watch like because they did it on purpose. They'd put like fucking T1 or Gen G games or fucking whoever like near the end, and I'm like, come on, man! I just want to watch fucking Faker lose because
I want to see him cry
T1 would
again.
T1 would never be good in fucking normal fucking.
Never.
Yes, because they
Actually,
save all
no,
their
actually,
juice
no,
for worlds,
wait,
man.
Oh wait! What the
Worlds
fuck am I
and
saying?
MSI.
No. When I was doing that was when they were on their fucking their not losing fucking season. Never mind. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. It was. I mean, I wanted to see them lose in this weird sense of like, damn. Imagine if they couldn't get the fucking record, but then they didn't, and then they kept winning. I was like, hell yeah. This was during those times where I'm like, I really liked T1, but every time in Worlds, they'd somehow get put into Cloud9's fucking group, like, no matter what.
No.
I'm like,
It was part of the strat
Come on,
though, because we'd
man.
get them every single time in the C9 group, and then there'd be 2 other like okay teams, and then C9 could like barely beat those, and we'd lose. Everyone would lose to T1, so that didn't matter. And then we'd get out, and then you didn't have to fight them again until finals. That was the logic, because they'd be the other side of the bracket. But the problem is we would like never do well in
Never get to
quarterfinals.
finals.
We would immediately lose in quarterfinals, and it didn't matter.
mm,
And then eventually we started getting into the same group with T1, but instead of like 2 shitter other teams, there was like at least one, there was always T1, and then one of the teams was like also really good as some like good China team, and then like we'd probably get like a good EU team, and then it was like, ooh, we're lucky if we get 4th place in this group of 4. Fuck.
Yeah, it turned out that NA just became the shitters in the group.
Yeah.
When you live long enough to become the shitter. Wasn't there one time where it was like, I might have the teams wrong, but was it like T1 or like G2 or like Hanwha Gaming or something in an NA team, and then when they did the poll, the guy was like, "No, please." The coach was like, "No, I don't know, because I know I'm the last poll and I know which group I'm going, and I don't want to go in, please."
Probably.
I can't remember what year it was. I want to say it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I have to go look
They
it
do
up.
those watch parties all the time with the polls, so they freak out, and you see them being really happy because these ones got pulled together, and then there's always like that one team they just forgot existed, and they're like, yeah, we have the best group, and then they pull that, you're like, oh shit, right?
Yep.
So
oh, stinky.
that's usually how those draws go.
I wonder if we should have during Worlds where they try to speedrun Demon's Hand while they're in Champion Select, like after they lock in, just like see if they can speedrun in between for some extra viewing.
No, because it's going
Too bad
away
we
soon.
don't do
I
that.
don't think
But
that. I
we
don't
get-
think that would.
We can,
Yeah,
we can talk about that.
Demon's
We can talk about that
Hand
game mode
ends in
though.
5
Yeah,
minutes.
Demon's Hand's a game mode that's not very much longer in the game. It's just like a little Balatro knockoff that they have.
It's Balatros X Slay the Spire is what I call it.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's pretty fun. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I was gonna say they've done it again. Riot Games makes a really cool like sub game mode with their games, and then they're like, and you'll never
I
see
feel
this again. Well,
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's really cringe though, the way you have to, if you want to go for the challenges, how it's like, hey, you have to play real League to unlock these things, and if you're like me and you don't want to play League much these days, it's kind of awkward. You're like, I don't really want to have to fucking grind out normals to get these stupid gems to get these achievements.
how dare League of Legends make me play League of Legends?
What's wrong with them?
Fucking scumbags.
Also arena is the fastest way to get them, but I mean, yeah.
I'm
I mean,
curious.
That's RNG. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
pure
Yeah, I mean,
chance.
it's-
It's literally just pure chance to get it.
I don't know. The last 2 ARAMs I did, I got it. In the last 2
Yeah, that's how
arenas
math
I did,
works.
I didn't
That's how
get it.
math works.
Mm.
It's a chance.
Mm.
You just hit the chance
Mm.
twice.
Right.
It's like when I'm
Fuck, maybe-
watching Mort Dog clips on TFT, and they're like, why does sometimes when I'm playing, I see Vi 100 times in my shop, but then it doesn't. And he's like, that's just how math works. That's just how it works. Why do sometimes my fishbone only hit frontline? He's like, that's just how the fucking math works, guys. It's random. There is no way to explain it.
love Mort Dog. Mort Dog, if you're watching this, which you aren't, but it's okay. Fucking, I love you, buddy. You fucking make me smile.
That's cute. You guys going on a date later?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I wish.
I am.
No,
Oh, wait, you didn't get invited?
Oh shit, not again.
Yeah, the cuck
No,
chair's
Mort
right
Dog's
there,
just
man.
like, hell yeah. I don't know, the way Mort Dog like talks about the game, it's just it is just very funny. And I mean, I always appreciate when like the like the developers actually kind of like keep up, like they actually they actually play the game, but also like they will answer kind of questions. But I do also love when fucking Mort will get asked like dumb questions. He's like, that's a stupid question. Like he'll just like call out the viewers, and I'm like, yeah, Mort, fuck that guy.
I forget which TFT pet or which set it was, but there was one set where like a champion got nerfed, and he's sitting there, he's like, hey, anybody who's mad that this champion got nerfed, that's my fault, man. That one was 100% my decision. It's like, you can blame me for this, but fuck that. It was so stupid.
Yo.
I think he was also I think it was Hyper Roll. He was the first, he went on like a 25 game win streak on Hyper Roll and was the first person to hit like the max rank in Hyper Roll. He's like, all right, I am never fucking playing this game out again. I've shown that it's possible to get to the highest rank.
And then
I'm no longer
they
playing.
shut down the TFT servers forever.
Mhm.
It's like, oh,
Mhm.
guess I'm here.
This TFT set's pretty good though. I'm enjoying it.
I
I'm gonna
I've
wait
played
for
0 games of it.
I'm gonna wait till about another month and a half goes by, and then I'm gonna make when this set feels like it's been going on for 8 years. I'm gonna complain about it, but that's just the cycle of TFT.
I'm gonna say, I've been really enjoying the set. I think I can't tell if I like it more than the last set. What I will say that I don't like about this set is I feel like backline access. I mean, backline access is always going to be a necessary evil in TFT. It's just the way things are. But I feel like sometimes I'll have my backline carry, and then they just dropped dead out of nowhere, and I'm like, all right, that's not how targeting's supposed to work, but whatever.
Also, I'll let you know exactly which set you like better. I can say one thing, and you'll instantly like this set way better.
6 costs.
Oh shit! No, you're right. Never mind. I thought you were about to say Smeech, and I was gonna say
Nah,
like,
6
I don't
costs.
know. Yeah, no. 6 costs being removed is so fucking great. God, if they ever bring 6 costs back, Mort Dog, the love is gone. It's all
Nah, Mort
over.
Dog-
Yo, bring
love
7
it.
costs back. Give me that fucking.
Oh,
give me that Lux.
No, actually, no. Fucking when it was 7 costs and like the dragons and shit like that, I was okay with that because it was kind of cool and like there was a lot of like really unique. But by God, when it was fucking
Me
just
put Victor
6
and me stun your whole board.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
win.
Like that was the problem too. It's like Warwick just wasn't good enough to be like.
A Warwick, you
drop
needed
in,
experiment. You needed
unless
experiment.
unless you were playing experiment.
Mel's
Um,
okay.
Mel was all right, especially in like solo queue because
Double up, she just didn't work, so it was whatever.
double up
And then
was-
Victor was just, hey, I'm gonna stun your entire board. Hope you don't like. Hope you
Mhm.
like losing this combat.
Yep. And he always fit into, and he just fit into every comp because you know there was just. I just wish there was like I miss when comps had negative modifiers, where it was just like, hey, you like if you have these 2 units together, they cancel each other out. There's no like benefit and whatnot. Because sometimes it was a little like,
That was like Ninja back in the day where you needed 1 or 4.
Yeah, Ninja was 1 or 4, and then there's also like
I mean, they had that last set.
I think
They had the ambassador, which was the same shit.
Emissary, yeah,
Emissary,
which is
whatever the hell's
1
called.
yeah, Emissary is 1 or 4. No, but there was also like there was also just ones where like you could not. I think it's when they originally did the Jinx. I think it was actually when Arcane first came out, like season 1. I think Jinx and Vi were in there. and they were not allowed to be on the same team, and then they changed it where they added the sisters trait where they could be on the same team.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering.
Had rivals
correctly.
and then they had sisters, or vice versa.
Yes. Yeah, something like that. So yeah.
Actually, it's probably sisters and then rivals, realistically.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good set.
But yeah.
I want them to bring back old Elise with her spiders.
He'll never shut up.
No,
about
that
this,
was
I will
yes.
never-
It was
I will
the reason.
never
The
shut
only
up
the reason
about
they will
that.
never bring it back because it was actually just didn't work as intended.
To make games go way too fast. Set 1, I really liked set 1, but in actuality, it probably wasn't that good because you were lucky if you made it to level 8. You basically always had to go to level 7 and then just roll your ass off, and the game would end.
Well, they also
most people didn't even get 5 costs on the board before the game would end. That's how fast.
well
the
they
fucking games
also
are.
they have completely revamped the economy and leveling system since then. So
I mean,
it's just
also-
easier to level now.
Also, I mean, like something that people forget a lot of the times is the fact that there was only 3 rows in the first
Mhm.
TFT, and yeah.
And I'm pretty sure
positioning-
level 9 was max level for a long time. I think 10
Yeah.
got added
level-
eventually.
level
So
9 was very.
so like going to level 7 was like equal to going to level close to level 8 now. It is because there's a higher like a less cap you can go up to.
That's
What-
that's not
what's-
cap.
What season was it? 2 or 3 where they had the Thresh who could pull things in off the board as a 5 cost?
Those 3.
That was 3.
He's part
That was
of
my favorite
the.
set.
They currently have that in the game. It's not as OP as Thresh because they can only pull one, but Aurora currently does that where her ultimate pulls someone in from the bench.
Okay.
What the fuck is the Caitlyn skin? The ultimate one, not the Battle Academia one. The one from the future.
Pulsefire?
Pulsefire. There we go. That was it was in the Pulsefire comp that he was in. He was the 5 cost.
Yep. Because
I think he
you
also
pull
did. I
in
think he also
multiple
did it
people.
in the
Or
shadow
Chrono.
also.
Oh, it might have been Chrono actually. I might be saying the wrong one.
Yeah, it's Chrono. I think is what it was called. You're right.
That was an
No, just
interesting
put, like, a-
5 cost one. I think that set was one of the 2 times where I got a 5-star or a 3-star 5 cost, and it was an Aurelian Soul, and it was
Yeah, I was in that
hilarious.
game. I
They
remember
one
that
shot
too.
everything.
It was really
It
fucking
just spawned
fun.
I know it didn't one shot everything. It spawned like 600
I
of
also-
the little crusade, like the little ships that came out.
Well, I also had like Guardian when in that game, which was whenever you damage something, you would like get a shield for it. So he was just fucking invincible.
Yeah, that was the same. That was the one where that was the comp where it had Gangplank, and it was like Space Pirates, I think, was the set.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was okay. That
Space
was like one of
Booty.
the fun gamble comps because it was I don't know. It felt super all in. It was like you're really going for this comp and you don't get the Gangplank. Well, you lost. But if you
Yeah.
had a Darius that could pop off early and a Jace that could maybe pull you through the mid game, you might be able to get to that fucking
Yeah, they were
Gangplank.
demolitionists, I think, is what their trait was.
Mm-hmm.
You just you throw 2 Titans resolve or I think it's Titans resolve on Darius, and then you would throw like
no,
a
no.
Bloodthirster and be like,
No. This
Spin,
Darius
brother,
was
spin.
full. This
Bloodthirster
Darius was full AP.
IEJG.
Yep, it was full
Yeah.
AP on this one.
Was it?
Back when you
Okay,
could-
yeah.
And he would
there was-
just
there was
reset-
one
he
of
had
them
an
that you
already
like,
just
throw
reset, and he would
Titan
just-
resolve on him.
You would just go for the 1 shots and he would just kill the entire board.
Yeah. They brought that back in Fortune recently. There was a Darius had the exact same build as before.
Mm-hmm.
No, please.
It was,
Yeah.
but he was nowhere near as good.
No,
TFT's
he was net.
TFT is all right. They've had some good changes too over there. There's like the one in the last set that they added that was really good was making it so the items don't have this weird slot on your board, and now they're just on the side of your screen, so you can just have infinite items.
Yeah.
That was a really good change.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about
It was-
I didn't combine early enough, but I still don't have my comp, so I don't want to combine random shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I changed. Oh,
Go ahead.
there you go. No, there you go.
I'm
I was
good.
gonna say me and Jess played a double up, and she was like, "Where's all my items? Did they take items out of the game?" And I was like, "They're on the side, dear." She was like, "What do you mean?"
They're on the
And
left,
so we
yes.
let like 5 rounds. And I was like, "All right, stop. Move your mouse to the far left-hand side of your thing." And then tell
She
me what
went
to
5 rounds without moving her eyeballs to the left side of her
Yeah,
screen.
I was gonna say they
That's
don't-
insane.
Just
Well,
a quick
she
question.
was looking to the left, and she thought I was messing with her. Like, they're not on the pedestal. Where are they? I was like, "No, they're on the bar up on the right."
That's just.
Wait, no, just
No,
quick
that
question.
bitch-
I say this.
they're on the
I
left.
say this nicely, but that bitch blind.
No, I got it. For your last birthday for her, did you buy her horse blinders? And was she wearing
No.
them at the time?
True.
No.
No? Okay. Then fuck, I don't know, man.
To be fair, she also has like a 40-inch screen, so like I can kind of see it because
It doesn't.
top
that,
left,
no,
but,
that,
like,
no.
still.
Look at the left of your screen. It's not like it's Because you have big screen, items are bigger on screen.
Also, no, she's insane. Don't game with that big of a screen. That's awful. I've had a big screen like
Yeah,
there's
it's
like 30
horrible.
something. It's terrible. It's
24 inches is the optimal
Nope.
screen size.
27
I
is
have
fine
mine
too.
is 20. Mine is 28.
Or 28, whatever it is. I don't know what the next tech up is, but
I do 32 and then I do 27.
I think
27
32 is
I
the
wouldn't go
biggest
over
that
30.
I would allow to be reasonable because I have a 32 is that my second monitor is 32 inches, but my main one is 28.
I have
That
36. I don't. Yeah, you shouldn't have to move your whole neck while you're playing game.
Mm.
And if you do, that means
I
just too
don't.
big of a monitor.
I just have big head. My eyes are wide apart.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
This guy's got
You
extra
don't.
peripheral vision. He can see behind him at all
it's like an
times.
alien.
Except all I see is blurs of color, and I'm colorblind, so it's completely useless.
Wait a minute. No, wait. Lucas, wait. Your eyes super far apart. Were you the one that's supposed to put on the horse blinders because you're actually a horse?
I don't know.
Nay.
Okay, you're definitely not a horse with that noise. What the fuck?
Horse goat.
Horse goat. Mm-hmm.
Horse goat.
Only goat here is
Mhm,
Faker.
horse goat.
We already talked about him.
True.
All right. Well, I say the very last thing I wanted to bring up on League. They're doing the Spirit Blossom thing now. We talked about that. We can go over real fast the first season of stuff. They basically did all the Noxus stuff, and they had a handful of like. They did the video at the beginning. We already talked about the video at the beginning of the season, but they did some things in between. They had a couple like comics they did that were like little animated comic things you could do inside the client. Those are pretty cool. They had, and then they had this Otacon game mode here at the end. But yeah, the comics were interesting. They had like talking about like how Mel is not like her mom basically, and she's like, I'm not gonna just go off of the might is right, and that's all that matters in Noxus. She's gonna actually give some people mercy, but still stand her ground and whatnot. So they had a little bit of development there and here, and then they had at the very end they had what was it, LeBlanc and Vlad being like, "Yo, let's go to Ionia and get a Darken weapon," and they're like, "Bet." So
Oh yeah, wait, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't really talk too much about that.
other cinematic that happened like a week earlier. Yeah.
Yes, it's yeah, the one with Otacon being actually like all out. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder again. That feels like another lore change that's going to happen. Where like I do wonder where this what the Darken weapon is gonna be. Just because like yeah, it's supposed to be like a glaive or
Yep.
spear kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a new champion. Maybe they'll release something.
I mean, yeah, it's like
Whenever
it's
it
like I
comes
don't know
out.
if it's gonna be a new. Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, I know they've been teasing that there's gonna be another Darken champion for a while.
Also, motherfucker, you did not just say glaive. We're not back on the glaive topic. This is
I mean,
this is
it
a free podcast.
It is
Free podcast topic. We're talking about glaives now.
No,
It's oh, it's a glaive.
the,
Wow.
the blade in the picture is like it does look like a glaive head.
Let me see that pic.
But-
Actually, it looks more like an AK-47 actually, but I fucking maybe I'm crazy.
You are
yeah.
crazy.
But yeah,
I was crazy
fucking-
once.
There's a lot of lore in that
Once.
where they're like talking about how like, hey bro, fucking Swain's not gonna pay for another or not gonna let us do another invasion of Ionia, which is lore that there has already been an invasion of Ionia in
Yeah.
this and whatnot. So
Mhm.
fair enough. One of the things I really wish, because in it, like Otacon, like LeBlanc's doing some dark magic shits, and Otacon's just like behind her. And then Otacon tries to fucking rush her, and you see Vlad kind of like back up, and he starts like pulling out like blood magic out of his hands. I really wish when the camera just turned to him, he was just in his pool on the ground, and then he popped up, and he's like, "Bro, what the fuck?" But she, you know, she like chains him up. Problem with the way that she chained him up, like with his head, he could still swipe at her with his hands. But
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I think the top comment on the YouTube video for a while is why doesn't he just use his hands to slap her booty a little bit?
Oh, girl, I'm so sorry, LeBlanc. I'm so oh, I should. Sorry, I did it
my
again.
bad.
Oh, not again. Oh.
Accident.
But yeah, so they are going to the story is moving to Ionia. I'm sure we'll get some links to either like Riven, I assume, with like that the new
I
champion.
mean, they can't not have
coming out.
Yasuo. Yasuo has become one of their babies in cinematic stuff, so I'm assuming he'll be.
The thing is, the thing is with the Yasuo and Ionia is that Yasuo is usually not in Ionia, given his war
Exile?
crimes.
I still feel like they'll involve him somehow because,
Oh,
like I said, he is their golden child right now.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be something.
It depends how they want to do it, because if they're trying to go for like more of an arcane thing where they try to make sure everything's sort of connected to each other, they're obviously going to do the main war stuff. So you're going to get like Aurelia and like fucking Karma and stuff like that. You're going to get the characters that are actually going to be in the war, even though they're not doing the war. So it's kind of tricky, but I'd be surprised if they don't have Aurelia in it, for example. And then it's kind of tricky because you got other aspects. You got like Zaya and Rakan, but they're not really part of the main story. And then, like you said, you got Yasuo and Yone, who aren't also part of the, there's a bunch of people that do their own thing in Ionia. So it's not going to be as everyone's going to be connected together. So it's going to be tricky to see or interesting, you know, what they're going to do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm literally cool with anyone as long as they do it well. I don't care who's in. I mean, I kind of care. I kind of want some people to be in it, but I still also don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just don't shit the bed like you kind of did at the end of Arcane, and you're good.
I just want to see our boy Pikachu, aka Kennen, in there.
Yeah, our boy. By the way, our boy Kennen, right?
Boy,
yep. Kennen. No one has ever mistaken him for anything but a boy.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's all we got.
It's not it.
That's it.
You dumb fuck.
You always forget the outro lyric.
No. What? No, I know this. No, you don't even remember this. No, I know we have this, but that's all we got for real topics. Now we got the fun shit.
You're telling me this isn't real, dog? This isn't like serious, bro?
This
like,
is the realest game you're ever gonna play. Kennen, Kennen.
I'll give me LeBlanc. No.
Okay.
Wow.
Mordekaiser.
Wow, fucked up everything.
Not Mordekaiser.
Not Mordekaiser.
2010 is nice.
It's not Kennen. It's not Kennen.
Mana range.
Mana range 2010.
2010. Mana range 2010.
Probably male.
Karna.
Probably male.
Give me Varus.
I was gonna say Varus. Wow. Oh. Varus is another. Actually, going back quickly, Varus is another Ionian champion. I do wonder, like Ionian Darkin. I do wonder if we're gonna get anything.
Hold on. Male bottom 2010.
Does that mean that there's going to be another Aatrox-like character?
Ezreal.
No.
Brother, there's been so many Aatrox-like characters.
No, you don't understand.
What do you mean? Are you talking about other Darkin characters? Yeah, but just because they're a Darkin doesn't mean they're going to have anything of sort of the same kit as another Darkin.
I kind of suck against all the Darkin characters, let's be real.
Kayn and Aatrox have completely different kits.
Aatrox and Fury have completely different kits.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Let's get back to the fucking LOL. Yeah. Male bottom mana range.
I think Josh did say
unless he's part of Runeterra.
But he might be part of he might be part of Shurima, actually. That's what I'm thinking. Oh no.
Well, it's not a human. It's not a human.
Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw's a good guess. Kog'Maw. It's got to be him.
Kog'Maw's a good guess.
This is
definitely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here we are.
Yes, sir.
Our spitty little boy. Blah, blah, blah. Quote, I was about to say, I don't think it is. Rivers to flow back. Ooh, could it be TK?
The rivers to flow
I don't know.
Pike, maybe?
Maybe Azir.
No.
Maybe some weird shit.
Azir? I don't think Azir would have anything to do with the rivers.
You know what? He's the River King. Fuck it. Give Tom Kench. I thought maybe TK. No? Okay.
Okay, give me Pike because I just want to put it in here.
I know. He's oceans. Command the rivers to flow.
Kennen is male. Okay. Had to double check.
Is it Zillion? Because he can turn back time. And you could turn back time.
No.
To the good days.
No, not Karma.
Well, I'm gonna put Zillion in.
What about Lowy?
No.
Oh, that's not a horrible guess.
I still like my Azir one. I'm not gonna lie, but
I'll put it in.
Oh.
Lowy.
It's not Lowy. She's not. She has nothing to do with rivers.
Hey, more people thought it was Alawi over Azir, so
People are dumb.
could be Nyla, maybe.
Ooh.
No, Nyla.
No, she doesn't really command rivers. Fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? Throw Nyla in there.
What about Fizz?
Do we want to do the audio cue?
nah, it's not Fizz.
No.
Yeah, let's do the auto cue. We'll probably get this immediately.
Yeah, probably actually.
Let me just turn it down a bit. No, I'll blast it. Fuck it.
Say it again.
Isn't that Nico?
I didn't hear it.
No, that's Kiana.
Is that Kiana?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good old quesadilla.
You said Neela, and my brain thought you did Kiana, but yeah, I was gonna throw her
That
in
would
there.
have taken. Yeah.
What is that?
That hurts my brain.
Yeah, I'm not doing well with that one.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw a random guess out here.
I thought it was like Fiddlesticks passive or some shit.
It looks almost like a web.
Well, it can be flipped. It might not be 100% up and down.
I'll lie. I need to fucking bring it up on my own screen just because it's small and my fucking.
How about this? How about if I do this for you?
It does help a little bit.
That
Is that
actually does
Kennen?
help.
I think it's upside down.
This
It's
Aurelia?
Kled. It's Kled. It's Kled. It's Kled. It's Kled.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
Kled.
yeah,
It's
it is
definitely Kled.
Kled. Oh my God,
it's
it
completely
is.
upside
Oh
down.
my god. Look at that guy. It's like when I spam the emote and he goes upside down.
Yeah,
That is
it's his ultimate.
Yes, sir.
It's his schmultimate. Which?
Morgana?
Lulu.
No, that wouldn't be her. But no,
Lulu.
that wouldn't be
Lulu.
Lulu. I do like Lulu.
Oh shit.
No. Double
What?
Witch.
Who which?
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
Double the bitch? No.
LeBlanc. What do you mean?
Is it double
Yeah.
witch?
What the fuck?
She's
There's no way. What? That's I feel like there's better things to put for
LeBlanc is
LeBlanc than
literally
double
called
witch.
a witch.
Yeah, but why the second? I know the second one's
her
her
passive is to duplicate herself.
That's Gwen.
Samira.
Oh,
That's
it's
Gwen.
Oh, it is Gwen. Okay. Space Groove.
It's
This is Basic Groove.
oh, not Hyperpop, Space Groove. Right.
Good job.
Oh yeah, that's something. Yeah, wait. Quick interjection. Yeah, that's the next remix. Wait, did we talk about that already? Never mind.
No, not at all.
Did we not? I don't
No.
know. I don't know.
For TFT, it's they're bringing back the set that had a Hyperpop in it. So
Yeah,
no,
Oh.
cool. From like 2 years ago at this point.
Art Steel, KDA, all good comps.
That wasn't bad. Wasn't
Dude,
bad.
that's actually really funny. They're gonna. That means at the same time, KDA and Street Demons, which are the exact same comp, are gonna be
Very
playable.
similar. Very similar.
It's cool.
I mean, I think they're pretty much the same. Are they
No,
not?
bring back Disco and then we can have all the shinies.
I looked it up. They actually do different things. Hi, I said do. Yeah.
Duta.
All right.
Dude, dude.
Doot, doot. All right. That's
All right,
it.
now everyone
We're
has to
done.
freeze.
Nope. We're done here. Thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it. If you disliked it, actually hit the dislike. Actually, I'd prefer if you hit the dislike button. Comment that you did a dislike if you do that as well, so I can ban you. And then subscribe afterwards, so that way I can, I don't know, something about
Send you a fruit
submission.
basket.
Yeah, hit the little bell as well, and we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Make sure you run it down, everyone. That's the most important thing.
I think we can get banned for that. I'm not gonna lie.